Hello students, how are you all? I hope that you all are fine. My name is Vida Nirali from Saraswati Group of Education. And today we are going to start with our poem number 3, that is Eng Ii's Garden. And yes, you all know that before starting any poem or a chapter, what we are learning first? Yes, we are learning the vocabulary words of that chapter or a poem. So, why it is important to learn vocabulary? Because it gives the clear idea of the word, right? Because it gives the clear idea of the word and it gives the correct meaning also. And it also improves our skills such as reading, writing, listening, speaking. All these skills are being improved by learning vocabulary words. And by learning vocabulary words, your creative writing part also gets improved. If you creative writing, for example, essay, you are writing a diary, letter, anything, you can write it well because you know many of the vocabulary words. So by learning vocabulary, you can do many things. So that's why it is very much important to learn vocabulary words. So let's get started with our vocabulary words. Number 1. Pauses. So pauses means a small bunch of flowers. Small bunch of flowers. Like એક નાનું એવું bunch છે જે flowers નું છે, right? That is known as pauses. Then pinks means small garden plants that have pink, white or red flowers. એટલે કે નાનું એવું garden છે એમાં plant હોય. કેવા plant હોય? Pink, white or red color na flowers હોય, that kind of plants, that is over here mentioned as pink. Then afterward, mignonet. And mignonet means a garden plant with fragrant white flowers. Garden માં એવા plants કે જેમાં white flowers હોય which has a very beautiful fragrance, કે એની fragrance બહુ જ fine હોય. Such kind of flowers are known as mignonet. Then afterward, sweet peas. Sweet peas means climbing plants of the pea family. The peas che in a climbing plants che, you can also see the picture having colorful fragrant flowers ke enama colorful and ekdam fragrant wala flowers hoy. Such kind of plants are known as sweet peas. Then morning glories. Morning glories means climbing plants with trumpet shaped flowers. એટલે કે જે ક્લાઇમ્બિંગ પ્લાન્ટ્સ છે જે ઊંચા જાય છે, such kind of plants, climbing plants with એનો જે shape છે ને flowers ની trumpet shape નો છે. And how does that flowers look? That you can also see in the picture. It looks like a trumpet. So that's why such kind of flowers are known as morning glories. કે એકદમ ખીલી જાય છે. By morning thought it looks like that. Then afterward, violets. Plants with violet, blue or white flowers that smell nice. જે plants છે એમાં violet, blue or white flowers આવે છે એવા અને એની smell પણ બહુ fine હોય છે એવા plants ને that is known as violets. Then marigolds. Plants with yellow and orange flowers. જે yellow અને orange color ના flowers હોય છે અને ornamental purpose માટે use થાય. તમે બહાર હાર લેવા જાઓ, right? તેમાં જે ઓલા flowers હોય છે orange and yellow color ના. So that flowers are known as marigold, and marigold flowers given. Then afterward, asters. Asters means garden flowers with long, thick petals, usually pink or purple colors. જે flowers છે એની petals છે એકદમ જાડી, thick હોય અને usually pink or purple color માં જોવા મળે. Such kind of flowers are known as asters. Then afterward, gay wind. Gay wind over here in the context of this chapter, it means that happily fluttering, ekdam happily amthi aata mare che, that is known as gay wind in the context of this chapter. Then pleasant, that is the joy of satisfaction and happiness, ekdam happiness male. So that is all about pleasant. Now this was all about our vocabulary words. Now let's have a quick recap of all the vocabulary words. Pauses, a small bunch of flowers. Pink, small garden plants that have pink, white or red flowers. Mignonet, garden plant with fragrant white flowers. Sweet peas, climbing plants of the pea family having colorful, fragrant flowers. Morning glories, climbing plants with trumpet-shaped flowers. Violet, plants with violet, blue or white flowers that smell nice. Marigold, plants with yellow and orange flowers used for ornamental purpose. Asters, garden flowers with long, thick petals, usually in pink or purple colors, giving here happily fluttering and pleasant. There is a joy of satisfaction and happiness. So these are our vocabulary words. Now let's start our chapter, poem, that is Annie's Garden. But before that, let me give you the brief introduction of the poem, that what exactly the poem is all about. The poem is about a garden that a little girl called Annie grows. કે આ પોમ છે એ આખી પોમ છે એ ગાર્ડનના રિલેટેડ છે કે જે લિટલ ગર્લ છે આ પોમમાં, દેટ ઇઝ એની, અને એ જાતે આખું પોતાનું ગાર્ડન બનાવે છે, ગ્રો કરે છે. સો ધ પોમ ઇઝ ઓલ અબાઉટ ધેટ. She has a many different kinds of flowers in her garden. એના ગાર્ડનમાં બહુ બધા ડિફરન્ટ કાઇન્ડ્સના ફ્લાવર્સ છે. એન્ડ દે અટ્રેક્ટ, અને એ ફ્લાવર્સ કોને અટ્રેક્ટ કરે છે? બીઝ, બટરફ્લાઇઝ એન્ડ બીટલ્સને એ બધા ફ્લાવર્સથી અટ્રેક્ટ કરે છે. So Annie spends many a pleasant day. એટલે એની એનો પોતાનો ડે છે એ ક્યાં સ્પેન્ડ કરે છે? પ્લેઇંગ અરાઉન્ડ ઇન અ પ્રિટી ગાર્ડન. એ એના ગાર્ડનમાં ટાઈમ સ્પેન્ડ કરે છે ત્યાં રમીને, રાઈટ? So now let's get started at what the poem is about. This is a very simple and a very easy poem. In little Annie's garden, there grew all sorts of posies. She had pinks and mignonet and tulip and roses. કે લિટલ એનીના ગાર્ડનમાં એને શું ગ્રુ કર્યું છે? દેટ ઇઝ બધા એકદમ સોર્ટ કરેલા છે. પોઝિસ એટલે કે ડિફરન્ટ બંચ ઓફ ફ્લાવર્સ. એટલે એક બંચ છે ટ્યુલિપ ફ્લાવર્સનું છે, તો એક રોઝસનું છે. એવી રીતે સ્મોલ પોઝિસ સોર્ટ કરેલા છે. પોઝિસ દેટ ઇઝ અ સ્મોલ બંચ ઓફ ફ્લાવર્સ. એને સોર્ટ કરેલા છે એના ગાર્ડનમાં. એમાં એને કયા કયા છે? દેટ ઇઝ પિંક છે. That is a small garden plant that have pink, white or red flowers, so that is pink. પછી mignonet છે, that is fragrant white flowers. પછી and tulip and roses, આ બધા એની પાસે છે. The sweet peas and morning glories, a bed of violets blue, and marigolds and asters in Annie's garden grew. હજી બીજા કયા ફ્લાવર્સ એના ગાર્ડનમાં છે? કે સ્વીટ પીઝ એન્ડ મોર્નિંગ ગ્લોરીઝ જે છે. પછી અ બેડ ઓફ વાયોલેટ્સ બ્લુ, એકદમ વાયોલેટ વાળો, એકદમ તમને એમ થાય કે વાવ વોટ અ બ્યુટીફુલ થિંગ ઇટ ઇઝ. એન્ડ મેરીગોલ્ડ એન્ડ એસ્ટર્સ, આ બધા જ ફ્લાવર્સ છે એ એનીના ગાર્ડનમાં ગ્રુ થાય છે. Then afterwards their bees would go for honey, their birds would sip the dew. એટલે કે શું કહે છે કે બીઝ છે ત્યાં હની માટે જાય છે. પછી આટલું અટ્રેક્ટિવ જોઈને એને પણ આમ ઈચ્છા થઈ જાય, નો આઈ શુડ ગો ઓવર. ત્યારે તમે કોઈ બી અટ્રેક્ટિવ વસ્તુ જો, તમે ટીવીમાં કંઈ ટોયસ ઓર એલ્સ યુ આર ગોઈંગ સમવેર અને ત્યાં તમે ટોય શોપની બહાર કંઈ જો અને તમને અટ્રેક્ટ કરી જાય, તો તમે અંદર જવા માટે જાઓ, લેટ મી ગો એન્ડ સી વોટ એકચ્યુઅલી ધીસ થિંગ ઇઝ. સો એવી રીતે બીઝ, બટરફ્લાઇઝ ને આ ફ્લાવર્સ એટલા બધા પ્રિટી એન્ડ બ્યુટીફુલ હોય છે કે એને આ અટ્રેક્ટ કરે છે. વાવ કેટલું ફાઇન છે. સો બીઝ શેના માટે જાય છે? વુડ ગો ફોર હની. ધેન બર્ડ્સ વુડ સિપ ધ ડ્યુ, એ એના માટે જાય છે. એન્ડ ધેર ધ ગે વિંગ્ડ બટરફ્લાઇઝ, અને બટરફ્લાઇઝ છે વોટ દે આર ડુઈંગ? દે આર હેપીલી ફ્લટરિંગ. એ ફ્લાવર્સની આજુબાજુમાં એકદમ ઉડે છે અને ત્યાં એને બહુ મજા આવે છે બટરફ્લાઇઝ. And little beetles flew, અને beetles પણ ત્યાં ફ્લાય કરીને રમે છે. And there among her flowers each bright and pleasant day, અને એના ફ્લાવર્સની આજુબાજુમાં એકદમ બ્રાઇટ અને એકદમ પ્લેઝન્ટ ડે બની જાય છે. when all these things are getting together, જ્યારે આ બધા લોકો ત્યાં આવે છે, then his garden becomes bright and that day becomes the pleasant day. In her own pretty garden little Annie went to play, અને પોતાના little pretty gardenમાં એની ત્યાં રમવા જાય છે. So this is really easy and very easy poem to understand and to read also. You can easily understand that what is this poem is all about. So this was all about Annie's garden. I hope that you have understood the poem well. Now, let's have a quick recap of the poem with the help of the video.
Annie's Garden.
In little Annie's garden, there grew all sorts of posies. She had pinks and mignonette, and tulips and roses, sweet peas and morning glories, a bed of violets blue, and marigolds and asters in Annie's garden grew. Their bees would go for honey, their birds would sip the dew, and there the gay-winged butterflies and little beetles flew. And there among her flowers, each bright and pleasant day, in her own pretty garden, little Annie went to play.
I hope that you have seen the video and you have understood the poem well, and you have also recapped the poem, that what the poem is all about. Now, we are moving towards a question answer part. Let me explain you the question answers. Okay, so the first one is, how many different kinds of flowers were there in Annie's garden? Annie's garden માં કેટલા different kinds of flowers હતા? So the different kinds of flowers in Annie's garden were posies, pinks, mignonette, tulip, roses, sweet peas, morning glories, violets, marigold, and asters. These are the flowers were there in the Annie's garden. Then afterwards, what did the bees and birds do? Bees and birds ત્યાં શું કરે છે? The bees make honey while the birds sip the dew from the flowers. Then afterward, how did Annie spend the day in her garden? Annie spent the day in her garden playing with the flowers and the birds, bees and butterflies. એનો ડે ગાર્ડનમાં ત્યાં પ્લે કરીને કોની સાથે પ્લે કરે છે? With the flowers and the birds, bees and butterflies. આ લોકો સાથે ત્યાં રમીને Annie is spending her day in the garden. Now the next is sweet peas and morning glories, a bed of violets blue, and marigolds and asters in Annie's garden grew. So now on the basis of these lines, the question answers are there. How many flowers are mentioned in these lines? આ લાઇન્સમાં કેટલા કેટલા flowers mentioned થયા છે? So that is 5 flowers are mentioned in this line. કયા કયા આપણને નથી પૂછ્યું, કેટલા થયા છે? That is only we have to say. So that is sweet pea, morning glories, violets, marigold and asters. So 5 plants are mentioned in these lines. 5 flowers. Now what does the word bed here refer to? અહીંયા bed નો meaning શું થાય છે? So the word bed refers to the soil, is soil on which the flowers are planted. Bed એટલે કે જ્યાં soil ને refer કરે છે કે જ્યાં flowers એટલા મસ્ત plant થયા છે. It looks like a violet bed. So એને refer કરે છે. So the word bed refers to the soil on which the flowers are planted. Now the next is, where were these flowers? These flowers were in kya hata? In Annie's garden. Then afterward, and there among her flowers, each bright and pleasant day, in her own pretty garden, little Annie went to play. Now let's see which are the questions based on these lines. Where does Annie play? Annie kya rame છે? So Annie plays in her garden. Then afterwards, what are the descriptive words used in these lines? Descriptive જે કંઈક meaning આપે એવા કયા words છે? So the descriptive words used in these lines are bright, pleasant and pretty. Then afterwards, what is Annie's own? એ શું own કરે છે? તો એ પોતાનું વસ્તુ શું છે? The pretty garden is Annie's. એ શું own કરે છે? Garden. So the pretty garden is Annie's. So this was all about our question answer. Now we are going to see the exercise which is given in your textbook. So let's get started. Okay, so students, you have already seen the vocabulary words, you have already understood the poem, and you have already understood the question answer of this poem, and you have also seen the video, right? Now we are going to start with an exercise. There is one exercise in your textbook, that is, look at the words in the poem. The letters U, EW make different sounds in both these words, dew and flew. So EW છે એ લેટરનો સાઉન્ડ બંને વર્ડ્સમાં અલગ અલગ આવે છે, dew and flew. So write two words for the letters given below. તમને નીચે આપ્યા છે એના તમે અલગ અલગ એવા બે વર્ડ્સ લખો such that the sound is different in both, કે એમાં જે બંનેમાં સાઉન્ડ છે એ ડિફરન્ટ આવો છે. For example, see over here, તમને O આપ્યું છે. So now O ડબલ ઉપરથી તમારે એવા ટુ વર્ડ્સ લખવાના છે કે જેનો સાઉન્ડ છે એ બંને વર્ડમાં સાઉન્ડ છે એ ડિફરન્ટ થશે. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, pool. So over here the sound is O, pool, and see, flood. So over here the sound is flood, flood. We are not speaking fluid. Here the sound is flood, right? So in both this word the sound is different. Though the letter is same, the sound is different. Now we have to write such kind of a words that starts with CH. CH પરથી એવા બે words લખવાના છે with sounds different. So one we are going to write with ch sound, that is chair, and one we are going to write with k sound, that is character. Character, right? Then afterward TH. Now for TH, which word you are going to write? For TH, thought. THOUGHT, thought. And this one was th sound. Now we are going to write the sound, that is there. Then afterward AR, right? For AR we are going to write clear, clear, clear. Then arrow, arrow. This is sound, that is air sound, arrow. We are not speaking arrow, right? Then afterward AW, AW. Now with AW, which we are going to write? That is awful, awful, oh. The pronunciation over here is O, and over here we are going to write yawn. So here again the pronunciation changes, it becomes yawn, right? So you can see the letter is same in both this word, though the pronunciation, that means the sound is different, right? So in this way you are supposed to solve the exercise. By solving this exercise we are ending with this poem. So in today's session we have learned vocabulary words, understood the poem, seen the video of the poem, and we have also understood the question answers. And this exercise also we have done. So this was all about this poem, that is Eng Ii's Garden. And I am going to send you the worksheet which you are supposed to solve it in your book. And still if you have any doubt, then re-watch the video again, the video ne pacho jo, so that you will be cleared with your doubts. Okay, so students, so till then, bye bye, thank you, take good care